All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Help Desk with Joe, and I have with me, as always, Joe McDonald and Cena McDonald behind the scenes with A&M Digital Technologies, who hosts, produces, and edits, and does all our show stuff, and turns them into podcasts and makes all the magic happen. So we're here this week talking more technology stuff, and each week you come in here and you share ideas that people can use to protect themselves, protect their computers, save money. Talk a little bit about what are we talking about this week?
This week's topic is home security.
Home security.
And security gadgets.
And I like it when you bring gadgets.
I know that's why I made sure I brought plenty of stuff today.
Cool, it's shiny. What's this do? So we've been talking a lot about home security here before we did the show, and you got a lot of good stuff here. So let's start off. Let's just hit it head on. Talk to me about gadgets, and then let's start going through these, and we'll talk about the different applications for each and so forth.
Well, with vacation coming up, everybody's planning on vacation, and usually the last thing on everybody's mind is, how am I going to protect my stuff or my home when I'm not there?
Right. So if you're absent, obviously no one's there to make sure your house isn't getting broken into. Maybe you have a neighbor that can check on stuff, but if they work, your home sits empty. So what's the first line of protection?
Well, the first line, which you actually hit with, is talk to your neighbors. Let them know that you're going on vacation to... keep an eye on things. That's the best thing you can do, and stop the mail and the newspaper, stuff like that.
So the basic stuff, and I'm sure people should have those ideas. Don't let your mail pile up. Let your neighbors know to keep an eye out on your house and stuff, so that they can keep an eye on it. Give them the dates and so forth. If you have any pets, let them hire them to feed them or whatever you got to do.
Right.
So beyond that, there's always, if your neighbors work during the day and so forth, or maybe they go out of town, and you're kind of stuck. Where do you go from there?
Well, then you go towards the gadgets.
The gadgets. Now, I like the gadgets. I've been anticipating getting here and talking gadgets. So what do we got first? What type? I know you got several different applications here. Do you want to start on that side and we'll work our way across?
Yeah, we'll do the most basic one. This is an alarm system that mounts on your door. It has adhesive tape on the back. It mounts on your door, and it has actually two parts. So you put one part on the door and the other part on the frame. As long as they're together, it's secure. But the minute somebody opens that door...
gives off that nice beep.
Yep.
And this doesn't go to anywhere else, but it's enough to let someone know that maybe if you did have one of the company's alarm systems, they won't know that.
Right.
Because it's hard to distinguish, but you got a great, easy to use, the sticky back.
Right.
And you put this on in 30 seconds.
Right, and you're talking around $20 for like a 6-pack.
Yep, and that gives you 6 of them to put on windows. I assume, what all applications... Windows, doors,
anything that you want to
basement door,
keep an eye on that'll open, that'll actually give that separation.
Yep, so it just separates and it's got a magnet there. And then again, easy application, glue stick backs. And what kind of batteries does it take, do you know?
I believe a little watch
takes battery. A little watch batteries. Yeah. Okay, so 3 little batteries and then just a simple on-off switch. So very basic, very easy to use. So great little deal. And again, this is to let people know something's going on and somebody cares. That they're breaking into their house, and that there might be more to this than just the noise, but that's where it starts.
Right.
So cheap and easy. Awesome. So great one. All right, next.
Next, this is protect your stuff from inside your house. It looks like a normal electric outlet, but inside is an actual drawer.
So we're assuming someone actually, you throw these on, they realize that it's not calling to anywhere, or that there's not an alarm going off other than this noise. They kick it off, and then they start looking around for your valuables.
Right.
This is a good, safe way to keep them without having to safe.
Right. So instead of, so you can put, any emergency money that you want, any jewelry or whatever.
Yep.
It's got plenty of space inside to store stuff. I mean, you're not talking anything real small, but you're not talking large area either. And all you have to do is just cut out your standard hole like you would an electric outlet.
Yep.
Cut it inside and mount it right flush with the wall.
And that's the beauty. This is actually, so you can see there, I mean, it's easy to do. It's real enough, and you're right. I mean, in most people's walls, you just have the 2x4 studs or 2x6s, whatever it may be. Plenty of room in there. Even if it's filled with insulation, this will push and stuff it down.
Right, so I mean, you could put that in and slide your couch in front of it, and nobody's going to think anything about an electrical outlet.
And this just pulls up and out, and then you reach in and put your stuff in?
Right. Yeah, here it is, picture of it on the box.
Nice little access to it. Yeah, this is awesome. And you're right, nobody will know, and I'm assuming it takes a regular standard size so you can get it to match all your other ones, and you would never know a difference.
Right.
Yep, so great little hidden safe. Again, this is for people that's already broke in, and you know, when you go on vacation, your jewelry you may leave out on your counter, you can now tuck it away, and boy, it'd be really hard to find. That's a clever little idea.
And that's around $15.
Oh, that's great. And that, you know, most people, I'm sure, do some sort of safe deal or anything, but all you got to do is pack it out if you can carry it out. So,
right.
Great way to hide those things you just don't want to lose, regardless.
Right.
Okay. All right. What's next?
Well, we'll skip over to this one. This little gadget is called the Fake TV. We have electric outlet on there, but this actually illuminates lights to give the illusion of you actually having your TV running.
So it makes it look like when you look through the window, you can see someone's TV. You see the lights flashing and moving from the characters on the screen. This mimics that.
Right.
So the person may think someone's there, and you can put it on timer so it kicks on and off.
There's a.
Oh, it already has it built in.
It has a light sensor on it, and you can flip it over to dusk plus 4 hours.
Yep.
Or dusk plus 7 hours, and you can let it run. Or you can set it on its own timer. And
that's a fantastic idea, because nobody wants to leave their TV on.
Right.
And especially if you leave it on and it stays on 24/7, then somebody that's scoping out your house will probably look at it and say, well, obviously they're not home. Nobody leaves TV on all day and all night.
Right.
But having that timer plus 4 hours and stuff is fantastic. That's a great little idea. I'd never seen one of those before. We didn't talk about it before the show, so I had no idea what it actually did. But yeah, that is fantastic. I like that a lot, because you know, having it come on and off, having a built-in timer, wonderful. About how much is this?
About $35.
Oh, that's cheap compared to running your TV for a week. So
right.
And a good deterrent, because then they never know. Put your lights on a couple timers, have the TV kick on and off.
There you go.
You're in business. If you have a cat, you can leave them inside, and they can maybe think they're watching TV, but not really.
There you go.
Entertainment for the cat, even.
Exactly.
All right, fourth one here.
Now this gadget here is actually a perfect gadget for home, or if you travel. So in like a hotel room with you.
Ah, okay.
It looks like an ordinary door wedge, but you set it on your door, you turn it on, and it has a sensitivity knob where you can adjust how hard you want it to hit. But we've got, for demo purposes, just set it on the light setting. The door opens up.
Nice. And I assume it's got a tacky bottom, so I assume it actually works as a doorstop as well.
Right.
So even though it sets the alarm off, it doesn't let the door open.
Right.
With that. So now they've got the door wedged and the alarm going off.
Right.
You know what? That's a good idea. We just got back from staying at a hotel for 5 or 6 days. They have the little latches you throw over, but you know, if you forget or whatever, or anything that happens in that, it'd be nice to have this as well. And for home usage, boy, that's perfect.
Right.
Easy to use. Small. Just to give you an idea, it's a very small wedge. It's got the tacky bottom, the little clip switch, and then the adjustments on the other side, and a speaker on top. Nice. This is a nice little deal. And you're right, take it anywhere you want. Even if you had like a camper, anything that has a door, really.
Yeah.
This could be effective. So, very, very nice.
And you're talking about $15 to $20 at most on that.
Yep. So, good price point on all these. Cheap. Cheap way to protect your stuff, mirror your valuables, keep intruders out. All right. And what else do we got? I know you got some more stuff you didn't bring with you, but we have some photos to go over, so we'll kick over to that.
These are just the gadgets, but if you really want to go high tech, you also do the home security system. And the home security systems today have vastly improved compared to what they used to be.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you help us with our security for our daycares. We buy all our stuff through A&M Digital Technologies. And that photo, the system that you have here, is the same one that you helped us with and that we use in our daycares. And I can personally vouch, these are phenomenal. And you see the cameras there, 8-camera system. And you actually helped us upgrade ours to 16.
Right.
Ability to go to 16 cameras. These are phenomenal. Tell us a little bit about them. I mean, I can talk about them, but you know way more technical details than I do. What are we looking at?
Well, now, the way the security cameras used to be, you used to get 1 or 2 cameras and have to put the VCR tape in.
Oh, yeah.
This is all computerized now. So with the DVR, which is about the size of a regular cable top box or dish box or DirecTV box, what you're regularly familiar with, and that's your computer inside.
Yep.
It records all of your cameras. You can set them up to record nonstop motion detection, or you can set them on a timer.
Yep.
Plus, then there's capability where you can watch them remotely when you're not home.
Yes, and that's what we do with ours. We can see any of our daycares. We have them here in our office out in the hallway here at the Committee on Aging. You know, they're weatherproof. We put them outside.
Right,
so
indoor, outdoor.
Yeah, like of our daycares, it's very important to us. And, you know, and they're little cameras. You can see them there. Those are the actual cameras, the little barrel-shaped deals.
Right.
They have a hood to block out the sun and stuff. We have them out at the walking trail, fitness trail, and the archery range. Yeah, there's great. Our producer's doing a heck of a job. Cena's ahead of us. An up-close picture, and they're fantastic. The night view is what really amazes me.
Yeah, on this just a standard camera here, you'll get anywhere from 30 to 45 feet of night vision.
Ours does. I want to say I can see clearly, easy 60 feet on a good clear night.
Right, and you can upgrade the cameras to do.
Yep. To do more. We just have the basic ones, and
right.
60 feet's not a problem in front of a lot of our daycares to see.
Right.
At 60 feet it might get a little blurry, but for the most part, even at night, it's pretty daggone clear.
Right.
I love them, and I would say this from my own personal experience. Get these, put them at your house. That I'm sure the 2 camera deals are still fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Neighborhood of under $300 probably.
Yeah, roughly.
Somewhere in that ballpark. Now we buy the ones that have 8 to 10 cameras, but so I'm more familiar with those prices. But man, you can't beat them.
Right.
That's anything you need to see. It's all, like you said, stored on the hard drive. You can go back and view it at any time.
Right. Plus, what's nice with this is you can set it up where it'll email you pictures. So if for some reason an intruder does come in your house while you're gone, it steals the DVR. As long as you have the email set up, it'll send you an email of their pictures. They're walking in the front door.
Yep, and I'm sure that they have the ability to record to the cloud as well, to double storage.
It depends on the device.
Right, and what features you have with your internet stuff. So, fantastic. It's hard to beat that. I mean, 5 years ago, this would be out the roof expensive.
Yeah, depending on your system, I'd say that 8-camera system, you're probably looking around $600 to $800.
Oh yeah, and for our purposes, for daycare purposes and protecting kids,
right,
protecting our parents, it's a cheap price to pay.
Oh yeah, that's
it's a one-time fee and it lasts forever.
Right.
For your home usage, for $300, or $350, whatever the price may be to get 2 to 4 cameras, have it set up. And I know just because you helped us set ours up, run the wires, you plug them in, and it's pretty much go.
Yeah.
Now I would suggest if you buy them, if you're not real computer savvy, have Joe come set it up for you, because it can get a little technical, but it's not bad. And once it's set up, it's easy.
Yeah, as far as
click and go to
plugging in the cameras and all that, that's anybody can do that because the cable's really labeled to the DVR to the camera.
Yeah, simple stuff.
The mounting, all that's easy. Now for the extra bells and whistles like watching online and email,
that's where you need somebody that knows a little bit about it. Or let me rephrase it: someone that knows a little bit may figure it out. And I kind of fit into that category of know a little bit, but I still needed help.
Right.
So that's where you come into place. But you set one up in 15 minutes maybe, and give someone the password and show them how to get on the internet. Tops.
Yeah, and 15, it's not bad.
Yeah. So get the person that knows what's going on. They make it really easy for you. Again, for home protection though, and and that's we're talking about home stuff here. For home protection, the cameras are a win-win.
Oh yeah.
You could put the box in your attic or anywhere you want. The cables, I think ours come with 60 feet maybe, or 90 feet.
60-foot cables, and then with this kit you could buy the 100-foot extensions.
Yeah, and we bought 100-foot extensions for our other daycare, and I mean it's $10 for an extra 100-foot.
Right.
So it's phenomenal. Well, way easy deal to do to protect your home, to record everything.
Right.
And watching it remotely is awesome.
Yeah.
You can click in on anywhere you have internet access. You have the code and the password. You can go see what's going on. Check all your cameras, preview, whatever.
You can watch it on your smartphone. A lot of the companies like the Night Owl, you download their app and put in your information, and it's right there.
And I haven't got that far with ours yet, but we can watch them on any computer at any of our sites, and see anything goes on. So fantastic, and crystal clear pictures.
Oh yeah,
in color. I mean, it's crazy how good they are. They can easily, a classroom-sized room can easily see everything in the room from one corner mount and see everything clear.
And the recording is great because on VHS tapes you only get a couple hours.
Yeah.
On an 8-camera system with motion detection, you can get roughly about 2 weeks.
Easy.
Yeah.
If you put it on the setting where it only motion detects, and you don't do it like if you're home, I'm assuming, like during the day where there's not a lot of action, I think you could go to 2 or 3 weeks fairly easy, maybe even more before it starts to overlap.
Right.
I mean, it's still even 2 weeks. That's crazy good.
Right.
So, great deal. And again, I would highly encourage anybody, if you're worried, you're home, even if you live somewhere rural, as long as you have, place to plug it in, you can have a camera system to record anything that happens. It's hard to beat. Now, talk about the applications for a small business. Talking about people's house, but they're small business where they keep important information, maybe a lot of computers, something like that. Same thing?
Oh, without a doubt.
And the benefits to that are going to be huge because no one wants anything to happen in their business especially in today's day and age where,
Right.
you know, so-and-so may have said they weren't there, they really were. You know, even small retail shops.
Well, insurance liabilities.
Oh, yeah, anything like that.
You have an employee says they slipped and fell and broke their neck. Well, you show them they walked in, they walked out, they walked to the car and they left, and they never fell.
Yep.
There you go.
So that it can be, I didn't even think of that, but you're right. That has huge implications, not only protecting yourself, but also from internal issues as well.
Right.
And I know, you know, retail stores, everybody knows Walmart has cameras and stuff in the ceiling, but, you know, a small business, this is perfect. And it's
Right.
cheap. And you can't beat that. So a lot of ways to protect yourself. Let's talk a little bit about social media.
Okay.
I know that's one of the topics we talked about before.
Yeah.
Let's move in from hardware and gadgets to social media.
Well, the thing with social media is everybody likes to share everything, and that's the whole idea of social media. Sometimes a little too much, but that's another topic for another day.
I don't need to know when you're going to the bathroom.
Right.
Just so you know, and I'm friends with Joe on Facebook, so.
So you didn't like that post from the other night?
I'm joking, but yeah, you know, and that's what we talk about a lot. You know, you post stuff on there, you're proud of vacations you may take and so forth.
Right.
Tell us about the dangers.
Well, the worst thing you can do is right before you're heading out the door on vacation, hey, I'm going to the beach for a week. See y'all in a week. Have fun staying here and working.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Yep, that makes it easy. Then
Yeah.
people know you're gone.
And then what a lot of people is bad about is they're at the beach, they're taking a picture of the ocean and post it right on Facebook, and it says right on there, from my iPhone and
Yep.
right here at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Why did you do that? Now that,
Yep.
you know, you may not have posted that you left the house, but at least I now know that you're at least 8 hours away from your house.
Oh yeah, and then it's hard to tell who gets that photo.
Right.
Share it with a friend who shares it with their friend who has no restrictions, and then everybody sees it.
Right.
And if someone really wants to track it down, that's the way they could do it.
And a lot of security experts are saying nowadays that's the easiest way for people to break into other people's houses is they don't have to sit there and watch your house see if you're not home. They just go browse Facebook.
Cruise your Facebook and find out.
Yeah.
So the next time you go on vacation, I'm going to watch for those photos and then go to your house and rearrange your furniture.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'll be on camera when I do it.
Oh, guaranteed.
So but you'll know it's me.
Yeah.
I'll give you the old thumbs up. But yeah, you know, and that's a serious security risk.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, social media has really played into that, and protecting yourself is a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
Protecting your valuables. So, you know, it doesn't do you a lot of good to let people know that you're out traveling. So,
Right.
People want to share it.
Right.
They want to stress that stuff. What can they do to protect themselves?
Wait till you get home.
That's yeah, you're right.
You-
That's probably the smartest thing.
Pictures of, you know, you guys went on your trip to Vegas. Yeah, I'm sure you're proud of getting all the pictures of the kids and
Yep.
the family and everything, but, you know, you was able to make it home without those pictures on Facebook, didn't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
We waited till we got home. I took your advice, got home, and as soon as we got home, then we posted them all.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
everybody still got to see them.
yeah, everybody enjoyed the pictures,
And we sent them via text messaging. Anybody
Right.
important, sent the photo,
Right.
text message.
and those was the people that knew you wasn't
Right.
home anyway. So I
Right,
mean, there
family.
it wasn't a big security breach as far as your side goes.
Well-
There was already people that was aware that.
Not that my family wouldn't come rob us, but you know. But you know, you're right. Make that distinction. Figure out who knows you're gone anyway, and you can text them pictures or whatever, just as easy as posting on Facebook. Wait till you get home.
Right.
Okay. What else you got?
I think this pretty much
All right,
covers
so
it.
let's recap it real quick. The easy, simple, very, very cheap
The door siren.
door siren, window siren,
Mhm.
you know, mess with your kid's siren, but no. This is wonderful. Easy, cheap to do. Go to the door stop. These two are what I would see as being extremely valuable, just because prevention.
Right.
You know, and that's from what you've showed me with these two. This is once they're already breaking the door, your window, or whatever. But this is fantastic, and I love the portability and the idea behind this. Take this everywhere you go. Protect yourself. So cheap and easy. Prevention up front. Man, that's a great idea. Whoever come up with that was a smart cat.
Oh yeah.
Great idea. Fake TV makes it look like your TV's on. Has a timer.
And on the box it says it illuminates to give you the idea of a 27-inch television.
Oh, wow. Yeah, which is pretty plausible in this day and age. But even still, something that's even similar to that, putting out any kind of light.
Well, you
is
don't
gonna
have
work.
most people
That's
don't have a
gonna-
bigger TV in their bedroom anyway, so a 27-inch
Stick it
would
in
be a
the
big
bedroom,
TV
yep.
in the bedroom anyway,
Yep.
so that works perfectly.
Yep. So great idea. Prevention up front. After if they get blow by the other ones, definitely put your family heirlooms, your personal jewelry, stuff that you have to leave behind in one of these. Fantastic idea. Very clever. This is
yeah.
the most clever, I think, and cheap. This is an easy one to install. Anybody can do this. I could probably give it to my son Kale, and he could have his sucker in the wall in 5 minutes.
The hole might be this big by this wide, but
it'll be there. So, but great idea, cheap. And then the one I like best, the cameras. I mean, it's hard to beat those cameras. They work across the board. And again, the 8 cameras are awesome. You could probably get away, if you say, well, I don't have, $800-900 to put in this.
Right.
For $300-350, you can get a couple cameras, maybe 4, and you'll have a system that's out of sight good.
And here's what I find funny. A lot of my customers will go, well, I'm just like a 1 or 2 camera system. Well, what are you wanting to cover? And we'll get to talking, and they'll go, well, I want one here and one here. And so before you know it, that 2 camera system I was wanting, it turns into the 8-channel system.
And that's the thing, once you start thinking about it, because outside pictures are great. And we use that at our daycare. We can see our playground areas, all around our building. If you start thinking about your house, and if you have a barn or anything like that, protecting those areas, even on your house to see all 4 sides, you put 4 outside, you can see everything.
Right.
And inside is okay, but really outside's what you want to see.
Right.
And we put it like in our daycares, we want to see who comes through that door before, of course, but also if they do come in at night, the first thing we'll get is a good close-up. So all ours have, when you walk in the door, there's a camera right there.
Right.
And we'll have that close-up immediately.
Right.
So yes, you kind of want that one too, but outside is very important. I'm impressed. Even through the winter, these cameras do great.
Oh yeah,
they're very
indoor-outdoor quality. I mean, the operation is great.
Yeah, and the distance you can see at night is crazy. It's so good. It's very impressive. And then I'm sure, I only know because you've told me, but remote cameras.
Yeah.
You're not restricted by the cords. Now,
no.
You can run a long cable.
Right.
But you can get remote cameras with those too. You just pay a little bit more.
Right.
And you get the remote cameras, which is awesome because then you can go up to 300 and some feet with roughly.
Yeah, depending on the camera. Plus, you get the full 360 rotation. I mean, it's not you're just standing there looking at this wall. You can look at the wall and everything around it.
Yep. So if you have bigger applications, maybe your barn is not within reach of your house, get a remote camera and get it out there a little ways and then point it at, so you can see a lot of stuff. Maybe the end of your driveway.
Right.
There's tons of applications, and that's what gets me excited. You're bringing to the table something that people might say, well, I have a big driveway. Well, get a remote camera, pay that little extra money, set it up at the end of your driveway, and you'll see them long before they get to your house.
Right.
So lots of stuff to make you feel safe. All right, so for folks, what do they need to know? Like if they come to you and said, I want to do something, what's the first thing they should know?
Look at their budget.
Okay, I agree. Yeah, because you've got from very cheap to still very cheap, really, in my mind, for what you get, to the camera systems, which can get crazy expensive if you want a lot of cameras and all the high-tech stuff. Okay, so know your budget.
Know your budget and what you're really trying to cover. Are you trying to cover in case they try to get in, or you want to deter them from coming to begin with, or do you want to protect yourself in case they do make their way in?
Right. So yeah, these are more for if you're at home or just to scare somebody once they come in. But really, if a spouse is at home by themselves, this would be an easy way to alert someone that someone is trying to get in your house.
Right.
And it would scare them somewhat if you're not home.
Right.
So prevention, of course, and then protection for your valuables. So budget, what type of protection they want. Is there anything else we're missing?
I don't believe so.
That covers it. I'll tell you what, good stuff when we start talking about how to save your stuff, how to protect yourself, and a way to do it that's very affordable. You got something here for everybody's budget.
Right.
And for just about every situation. I'm sure there's some people that come up with what-ifs.
Right.
But I really think, from the conversation we had the hour prior to the show, you've got a lot of stuff covered. So how do they get a hold of you? You
can give us a call at our offices at 304-927-3588 or visit our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com.
Sounds awesome. Be friends with them on Facebook, and you start to get those deals. And I see your daily specials. And of course, you can order anything, and you get a lot of technical help from A&M Digital Technologies. That's where we order all our stuff. And I got to tell you, I can personally vouch for the camera system. I might try to put one of these in my pocket as we go out of here, and I'll try these out. But
I'll put a siren on it.
Put a siren on it as soon as I break away with it. Yep, gotcha. But realistically, I can vouch for the camera systems. They are top notch. You set them up in no time, and for what you get and the service you get with it, phenomenal. So I would highly recommend you call Joe or Cena here and check into the camera system. Very simple and easy. Don't be scared by that technology.
No.
Easy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Again, this is Help Desk. We're here with another Help Desk episode to help save you money, help you protect yourself. If you have any questions on any of this, by golly, get a hold of Joe and Cena. And as always, these shows are getting turned into podcasts.
Yes.
And we're getting new stuff every time we do a show. So get a hold of A&M Digital Technologies, who sponsors our web shows, turns them into podcasts for us. And we'll be back next week. And if you have a question,
hit us up on our Facebook page at A&M Digital Technologies on Facebook, or hit us on Twitter at A&M Digital Tech. Post us a question, comment, topic that you want us to discuss on the show, and if we pick your topic, you win a free prize.
Yep, and you've been giving out great stuff. Free Norton for a year, that's $50.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff. So get those questions in there, and then we'll be back next week with some more great technical topics.
There you go.
And so sponsored by A&M Digital Technologies. Thanks to Joe and Cena for making this show happen, and we'll be back next week.
Thank you.